Hi guys, welcome back to I Speak English. My name's Haley, and in this lesson I'm going to be teaching you 5 phrasal verbs using the verb get. So phrasal verbs, they can be quite complicated, quite difficult to learn, but I'm going to make it really easy for you today. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use these phrasal verbs. As well as that, I've also made a PDF and a flashcard set for you. I've left it in the description. Just click that link there in the description and you'll be able to access it completely for free. There's about 100 phrasal verbs on there for B2 level and for C1 level. So you can practice the phrasal verbs that we look at today in an interactive way. So you're going to practice using Quizlet, which is a free app. Again, you don't have to pay for it. Just have to make an account and click the link in the description to join our interactive class on Quizlet. Alright, so before we take a look at our 5 phrasal verbs, do make sure that you're subscribed and you hit the bell so that you get a notification from me every Saturday when I upload a new video. Alright, so click the subscribe button now and let's get started. Okay, so 5 phrasal verbs with get. First of all, let's take a look at what a phrasal verb actually is. So if you're not sure, a phrasal verb is a verb with a preposition attached to it, and we use them all the time in spoken English. It's very, very common to hear native speakers use these, so it's very important for you to be able to understand them, first of all, and also to use them as well, because it will make your speech just sound more natural, more fluent. They can be separable or inseparable, which means you can put a pronoun in the middle of that verb and preposition, like, for example, turn somebody on or turn on somebody. They both have different meanings depending on where you put the preposition. And another difficult thing about phrasal verbs is that the meaning is different from the original meaning of the verb. So they have completely different meanings, and often you can't find a synonym or like one word that's the same in your language. So that's why they're so tricky. But we're going to go through 5 of them now. So let's take a look at our first phrasal verb. This one you might know. It's probably the most common one and the first one that you usually learn. You tend to learn this verb at A1 level because it's the first thing that you do in the morning. So if I give you an example, I usually get up at 6 a.m. to go for a run before work. What does get up mean? I'm sure you already know it. But let's take a look. It means when you rise from bed, okay? Or you can also say get out of bed as well, but we generally say get up. Okay, so when you're sleeping, you stop sleeping, you get up. Right, first thing you do in the day, you get up. Super simple, that's our first verb. Alright, so on to our second phrasal verb then, which is get back. Okay, so I'm going to give you another example. When did you get back from your trip? Okay, what could get back mean in this sentence? What do you think? So here the preposition does actually have a meaning of like backwards, like that direction. Sometimes phrasal verbs, the prepositions don't have a meaning, sometimes they do. So this one does have a meaning of back. It means to return. Okay, when did you return from your trip? When did you get back from your trip? Okay, so this is a tip I can give you to learn phrasal verbs, is try to find a one-word synonym. So in your language, you might use the word return, which means if you're translating from your language into English, you will also say return. But if I say this to a native speaker, when did you return from your trip? Grammatically, it's correct, but it just sounds strange. It sounds a bit formal. So try to use get back instead. Okay, find that one-word synonym and just switch it in your brain. Try to change it over. Be careful with get back though, because it does have another meaning. Like I said before, lots of phrasal verbs have multiple meanings depending on context. So get back can also mean to contact someone. So you might get an email from someone saying, please get back to me as soon as you have the information. Get back to me means contact me. Okay, so we've got return or contact someone for get back. Okay, so let's see if you were paying attention. I'm going to give you a quick test about those last 2 verbs. Let's have a look. So what I want you to do is complete this sentence. So person A says, wow, you went to bed really late last night. And you say, I know, that's why I late this morning. Would you use get up or get back? You've got 5 seconds to complete this sentence. You can write in the comments if you think you know the answer. Off you go, you've got 5 seconds. Okay, the answer was get up, of course, or got up in the past. Okay, I know, that's why I got up late this morning. Remember as well that phrasal verbs change just like normal verbs do. You have to conjugate them into different tenses depending on if you're talking in the present or the past or the future. So this would be I got up late this morning rather than get up. Okay, so just before we move on to our third phrasal verb, I just wanted to let you know that I do have a full course all about phrasal verbs. So this course is really focused on you actively practicing the phrasal verbs that you learn. So you're not just watching videos passively. There's tons of games, tons of quizzes. You get flashcards so that you can actually practice using the verbs, not only kind of trying to remember them. So I'll put a discount code in the description. If you just click that link there, you can take a look at it. There's a few preview videos as well so that you can see how interactive the course is, and that should help you if you're struggling with phrasal verbs. So just click that link in the description if you're interested. We're going to carry on now to our third phrasal verb, which is get rid of. Okay, this is really common phrasal verb, get rid of. You hear people say this all the time. Let's take a look at an example. Okay, I'm trying to get rid of all the old clothes I no longer wear. Okay, I'm trying to get rid of. So if you have lots of old clothes that you don't wear, what would you do with them? What do you think get rid of means? Again, you can write a comment if you think that you know the answer. Get rid of means to either eliminate something or discard something. We also have another phrasal verb to say this, which is throw away. So basically meaning you're putting something in the rubbish. Okay, you're getting rid of it. I don't want it anymore. Okay, I'm trying to get rid of all the old clothes that I don't wear anymore. So that's our third verb, super common, get rid of. Moving on to number 4, to get out. All right, let's take a look. So we need to get out of the house more and enjoy the outdoors. Okay, so out here, the preposition does have the meaning of out or outside. So what do you think get out of means in this sentence? You need to get out of the house more. Okay, it's quite literally to leave or to go out, you could also say. You can also mean it to use escape as well. Okay, so it's like, I don't know, somebody was locked in prison and they got out. They escaped. Okay, so get out means to leave or to escape. Okay, I'm going to give you another quick test again about the last 2 phrasal verbs. Okay, so get out or get rid of. So let's take a look at the sentence you need to complete. So your room's so messy and cluttered. Person B says, I know, I need to these old magazines that are cluttering up the place. You've actually got another phrasal verb here, to clutter up, which means to make something messy. So you tell me, what do you think? Do you need get out or get rid of? They're your 2 options. You've got 5 seconds to complete this sentence. Off you go. Write a comment if you like. Okay, time's up. What do you reckon the answer is? Get out or get rid of? Was to get rid of. Okay, I'm like throwing away. I don't want these things anymore. I need to get rid of these old magazines that are cluttering up the place. Like we said, clutter up means to make something messy. You can also use another phrasal verb, which is mess up. So you've got an extra 2 phrasal verbs there. All right, moving on to our final phrasal verb then, which is get over. Okay, let's take a look at an example as usual. So he's finally getting over the breakup and starting to move on with his life. You've actually got another phrasal verb there, move on. But we're focusing on getting over for now. what do you think getting over means in this sentence? To get over a breakup. What do you think? Get over means to recover either emotionally and also physically as well. Okay, so he's recovering from his breakup emotionally. You could also use it for if you've been in hospital for a long time, you know, if you hurt yourself or something like that. So you could say something like, he had cancer last year, but he got over it, he recovered, okay, physically recovered, and you can use it for emotional recovery as well. Alright, so they're your 5 phrasal verbs with get. If you want more practice with your phrasal verbs, please do leave a comment. It's really important that you not only kind of passively learn these, but that you actively practice them as well, because the more you practice, the easier it will be to actually remember them. So if you leave a comment, just write some sentences using these phrasal verbs, and I'll give you any corrections if you need it. I'll take a look and I'll correct them when I've got the time. And if you found this video useful and you learned something new, please do give it a like. It helps it to reach more people so that they can learn a few phrasal verbs as well. As usual, make sure you are subscribed and you hit the bell so that you can learn English with me every week. And if you have any questions about any of the phrasal verbs that you learned today, just let me know in the comments and I'll get back to you when I can. Alright, that's all from me, and I'll see you in a class soon. Bye.